Hi, I'm Eli Prinsen from hybridvocaltechnique.com. Today's video is going to be on having a concept, always having a concept, being able to regroup, look into what's going on with your voice when you're practicing, rehearsing, performing, okay? From time to time, things don't go perfect for everybody. We're human beings, okay? Even learning incredible technique, if we get distracted, if we have certain things happen on stage, things happen. Monitoring goes out, right? You run around a little too much. You're not in shape, as in good of shape as you'd like to be. You're gasping for air. There are always going to be variables because you're alive. You're a living instrument, okay? So having a game plan, having a concept. This is something that my main teacher, talked about a lot for a lot of different reasons. Mainly, he used to say this for the quality and the pitch accuracy of the voice. He was always saying, Eli, think ahead. Eli, think ahead. Have a concept. You know, and he used to compare thinking about your pitch before and while you're making it like someone painting. In fact, he used to have this big picture on the back behind him. You know, I used to face him. He was sitting at the keyboard and I was standing up. Behind him, he had this big thing that said, imagine a beautiful picture, now paint it with your voice. And all that really meant was think about what you're doing. Don't go up to a canvas, a blank canvas, and just do like this. You know, the pitch is going to be all over the place. The placement, everything is going to be just random. So think about what you're doing, all right? Think about it before to have the concept, and then while you're making it, thinking the sound that you want, right? What sound do I want to come out of my body? Where do I want to feel this vibration, this resonance? How do I want to tune this vowel? How do I want to modify this vowel? Should I split this vowel modification for release, relief, and placement? Supporting. Am I supporting? Right? Am I doing something, you know, am I dropping my placement? Am I, you know, is the sound thinned out? Oh, there's a million different things that we use when we train our voice, different technique to create really good vocal technique. So it seems like a lot at first, and I've told people this before, it's like a drop-down list on a plugin. It's like 1,000 things you have to think about just to go, just to make a sound. Breathing through the nose, support, place, all this stuff, you know. But after a while, and with a lot of practice, it just becomes second nature. It just becomes second nature, okay? But we can lose sight of good technique when we get distracted, when we get fatigued, when different things happen, right? So always thinking ahead or reminding yourself to think ahead, right? Okay? And that would be, you know, you go out there, of course, you grab the microphone, you get ready, you get engaged with the crowd and the sound guy and all this stuff. But then as soon as that the first word of that first sentence of the first, you know, lyric comes up, you got to have your mind engaged to what you're going to do. And that being all of the stuff that you train for. Those onsets, that breathing, that support, that, you know, the chord closure, the compression, the placement, the vowels, everything has all got to be ready. So your mind has got to be engaged, okay? An easy way to get this to become part of second nature for you is within your warm-up. Within your warm-up, all right? Within the warm-up that should be in your training. The way with hybrid vocal technique, and by the way, I sell a program at hybridvocaltechnique.com called the HVT Master Series Ultimate Vocal Training Program, where I teach virtually everything you can think of, okay? There are warm-ups in this program. Every training exercise, every workout has the warm-up attached to it. So you get the voice warmed up and placed, thinned out, supported as you are rolling the ball into your training. It's in every one of the workouts, okay? When you warm up, people are like, why should I warm up? I just warm up with first couple songs of my set or whatever, yeah, and then I'm good. Okay, well, are you just perfect when you pitch perfect when you hit the stage? Is everything, if you're awesome for as soon as you step foot on stage, that first line, oh, then great, man. I envy you. Okay, but it doesn't work that way for everybody. All right, getting the pitch locked down, getting the voice thinned out and placed good, so that you are doing all the right things that are going to give you the maximum amount of stamina and endurance. Right? If you attach a really good warm-up to that and have a concept as you do this, this will translate over to when you hit the stage. So what I mean is if the first thing, which a lot of people that in various vocal training methods use lip trills or lip rolls, lip burbles, whatever you want to call them. They use those, and I do too. Okay? So having things like pitch accuracy attached to the warm-up is critical for a good warm-up. Not just to it's not going into a room and screaming your head off and being like, okay, I'm warmed up now, I'm ready. No, man, think about it. All the things that you train for, tipping and thinning that sound out so you can belt higher and sing higher and resonate correctly, and all your vowel modification, all that stuff that you do to sing as awesome as you can. Now, if you have been training, warm that voice up with that so that you don't have to spend 2 songs, or your audience doesn't have to suffer through 2 songs of you singing pitchy. You can hit the stage and be locked tight, man. You can be ready. So add pitch accuracy to that warm up, not just the lip trolls. You want to have something. No, 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 no. Whatever the case may be, varying pitches. Maybe the first verse of that song. Okay? Another night in any town. Make sure, and then, find those notes and then lock them down. All right? So add that in there. Be thinking ahead. Okay? So when I was talking about regrouping, I mentioned that earlier. Regrouping would be you got distracted. You came off of your technique or your game, right? A lot of people will freak out when that happens. There's always a way to get yourself back on the horse, to jump back, shake the dust off and jump back on the horse. And I always love to use the same things and the same exercises we use in our warm-up to do that. All right? So quickly, one of my little secrets and tricks was, on stage, my water was always on the drum riser. So I would go over there, with the mic is still on the mic stand, I would come over to the drum riser, of course, take a drink, and then no one can see what you're doing, your back's turned. And then I would come back and no one knew I was sitting there doing lip trills and tongue flops and sirens and resonators and all this stuff. But that was getting me regrouped and reestablished if I had got distracted. If, like one time my monitor, so the battery died and I was just, what do you do when you can't hear yourself? Everyone yells, It's like handing your buddy the headphones and saying, check out this new song, and they got them on. They're like, yeah, man, this is awesome, because they can't hear themselves. They don't realize they're shouting. They're shouting so they can hear themselves over the music in the headphones. And that's the first thing that happens when as singers we can't hear ourselves on stage. We start shouting. All right. So that's something that can take you off of a good airflow and support and placement and everything, and lead you into an early show and a bad performance because you're going to blow your voice out. Okay. So these are the reasons why you would want to have a game plan, want to look ahead, want to have a goal, and want to have a rescue, a regroup. Okay. All right. That's today's video. I hope that that was useful to some of you. And if you need help with anything, or if you are interested in training your voice beyond your wildest dreams and maximizing the range of every one of your registers, not just the middle voice, but the belt register, everything from the fry all the way to the whistle, then head over to hybridvocaltechnique.com and check out the HVT Master Series Ultimate Vocal Training Program version 2.0, and that'll get you where you want to go. All right, you take care. Have a great day.